So, AI, huh? Seems like it's on everyone's mind these days, and you're thinking about maybe, possibly dipping your toes into that whole world with ZAKA AI.
Smart move.
They're really making waves in the AI education scene. But what is it about ZAKA AI that makes it stand out? What's the big deal?
Well, what I think is really interesting about ZAKA AI is that they seem to get that AI is not a one-size-fits-all kind of field, right?
Right.
They've got these specialized learning tracks, like you want to dive into machine learning, they've got you covered, data science, boom. They even have stuff on data engineering and data analytics.
Oh, wow. So it's very specific.
Very specific. They're laser focused on getting you ready for an actual AI career, not just throwing a bunch of general AI info at you.
That's really smart because I feel like with a lot of these new tech fields, everyone's just trying to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas they're saying, no, like, you come to us if you want to do this, this is what we're going to teach you to do. And I noticed, too, they're very aware that, like, not everyone's, like, 18 and going to college for the first time.
Right.
They've got that whole online part-time thing going on.
Which is huge.
Huge.
Especially in a field as, like, rapidly evolving and in demand as AI is. People need that flexibility.
Absolutely. And then I saw this other thing that they do that I thought was really interesting, which is, a lot of these places, like, take our course, here's your certificate, good luck out there, kid.
Yeah, you're on your own.
They have career support built into their whole thing, which I was like, okay, now you're talking.
That's a big deal. Because it shows that they're invested in their student success, not just, like, collecting course fees, right?
Exactly. They want to see you succeed. They're not just taking your money and running.
They're playing the long game here.
Yeah. And there's this other layer to what they do, which I found really fascinating. They don't just do the individual courses. They also do corporate training and AI consultancy.
See, that's a signal to me that they're really plugged into what's actually happening in the industry.
Oh, tell me more about why you think that is.
Well, they're not just, like, teaching from a textbook. They're out there working with companies, figuring out how AI is being used in the real world, what the pain points are. And they're using that experience to shape their curriculum.
It's like having a direct line to the front lines of AI.
Exactly.
So, okay, so we've established ZAKA AI sounds like they're killing it in the, like, helping you learn part, right?
Yeah.
But my question is, are the skills that they're teaching, are those the skills that employers are actually looking for right now? That's what I'm really curious about.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, it's tough to say for sure, but ZAKA AI, to their credit, seems to be on top of things. Like, they have this newsletter, Increase Your ZAKA, and it's got some really insightful stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they just did a whole deep dive on all the recent AI news and tools.
Oh, well, perfect. So let's dive into that.
So this ZAKA AI newsletter, it's got some juicy stuff.
Lay it on me.
Well, one of the big headlines this week is about OpenAI.
The ChatGPT people.
Exactly. They just launched this new thing called Canvas.
Canvas? Like, for painting?
Not quite. Think of it more like a digital workspace.
Okay.
Where you and ChatGPT can work together side by side.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just that little chat window anymore.
Nope. It's a whole split-screen setup with specialized toolbars, even version control.
Fancy. What would I even use that for?
Imagine writing a report, but ChatGPT's right there with you, offering suggestions, making edits in real time.
So like a super-powered writing buddy.
Basically. But it goes beyond just writing. Think coding, brainstorming, anything you use ChatGPT for.
Yeah.
But now it's more collaborative.
That's pretty slick. OpenAI's really stepping it up.
They are, but they're not the only ones.
Oh, who else is in the game?
Meta, for one.
Meta, as in Facebook Meta.
The one and only. Seems they're on a mission to make their AI chatbot the most popular one out there.
Bold move. How are they planning on pulling that off?
Global domination, basically.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they're expanding their AI chatbot to like 43 countries, adding new languages, new features, the works.
Wow, so it's like a race to see whose AI will rule them all.
Pretty much, but it makes you think, right? What happens when everyone has access to these powerful AI assistants?
It's kind of hard to even imagine.
Right, like, will we even need to think for ourselves anymore?
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But speaking of big AI news, the newsletter also mentioned something about the Nobel Prize.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising, even for me.
What's the Nobel Prize got to do with AI?
Well, this year, the Nobel Prize in Physics went to two scientists, John Hopfield and Geoffrey Hinton.
Okay.
And their work was all about neural networks and deep learning.
Which is the foundation of pretty much all the AI stuff we're talking about.
Exactly. So this isn't just some fringe science experiment anymore. It's Nobel Prize-worthy stuff.
That's huge. I bet the folks at ZAKA AI are pretty stoked about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm.
It lends a lot of credibility to what they're teaching.
For sure. So it's not just about learning the latest trendy tech skills. It's about understanding the fundamental science behind it all.
100%.
Hmm.
But hey, it's not all big picture stuff.
What else did you find in the newsletter? Well, they had this whole section on, get this, AI animated avatars for Zoom meetings next year.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So we could have, like, little digital versions of ourselves sitting in on meetings.
That's the idea, yeah. Kind of cool. Kind of creepy, right?
It's a little Black Mirror, isn't it? I mean, I can see how it would be useful, like, if you're traveling or something, but still.
I think it's one of those things we'll have to get used to.
Probably. Speaking of getting used to things, any thoughts on Amazon using AI in their delivery vans now?
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Apparently, these AI systems can, like, scan and sort packages way faster than humans.
Okay, so faster deliveries. Got it.
But it does make you wonder about the human cost of all this efficiency, right?
That's what I was thinking. Like, it's cool that AI can do all this stuff, but what happens to the people who used to do those jobs?
Exactly. And it's not just delivery drivers, it's everywhere. Like, remember we were talking about those AI-powered education tools earlier?
Yeah, the personalized learning stuff.
Right. Super cool in theory. But what happens to teachers if everyone's learning from AI?
It's a brave new world, that's for sure.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
But hey, not everything has to be doom and gloom.
True, true. So what else caught your eye in the newsletter?
They had this really cool deep dive on a new presentation tool called Gamma.
Gamma. I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's fairly new, but basically it uses AI to help you create really professional-looking presentations.
So, like, even if I have zero design skills.
Exactly. You could basically give it an outline, and it'll generate a whole presentation for you with images and fonts and the whole shebang.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of amazing. And a little scary, honestly.
It's not about replacing human creativity, though. It's more like giving you a superpowered design assistant.
I can get behind that.
And it's not just for, like, design professionals either. Think educators who need to create engaging presentations for their students, or small business owners pitching their ideas to investors.
It's like leveling the playing field a bit.
Exactly.
I like it. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this AI deep dive, haven't we? We talked about ZAKA AI and how they're helping people upskill. Then we jumped into the latest from OpenAI and Meta, and even explored cool new tools like Gamma.
It's a wild world out there.
It really is. And it's changing so fast.
No kidding. It's almost impossible to keep up.
Almost. But that's what makes it so exciting, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, to our listener out there who's on this AI journey with us, just remember, you don't have to have all the answers. Just be open to learning and exploring. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one inventing the next big thing in AI.
Now that's a thought.
It is. Until next time, keep on learning, everyone.